the country of the Canaanites, Philistines, yes, and it's been used the word Philistines, yes.
The Plishtim come later. But listen,
I'll show you the word Philistines in the Old Testament. Now before that, because I want to understand you correctly, and I want to see that you are gonna, by no choice, you're gonna go back to the Old Testament to verify or to justify your point. All right, let's go back. So there were Canaanites there, correct? So who told the Jewish people to go and take over?
According to the Bible.
No, just say it in general.
According to you believe is right for people to come take over a country.
Depends.
Okay, tell me which one you.
Sorry?
What do you believe?
About what?
Ah, brother, is he taking a mick?
I'm serious. I'm not as intelligent as you.
No. My question simply.
Yeah.
You said to me, because I know if you don't use the Torah, you have no justification to come to Palestine to begin with. Huh?
If you respect international law, then that's
brother.
Fine.
Okay, so
that's nothing to do with the Torah.
So international law gave you a country that does not belong to them.
Yeah. Sure.
And that just?
Sorry?
Is that just?
Well, the way you framed it is incorrect.
But you agreed with it?
No, I didn't agree with the way you framed it. I'm saying, if international law...
Please, someone say, am I going crazy or is it playing around?
International law is your criteria for
It's not.
Is international... What is your criteria? I need to know.
I'll tell you my criteria. Allah is my criteria.
Okay, so I think...
Yeah.
I may be wrong.
Yeah.
Allah, you mean the Quran is the word of God, right?
No doubt about that, yes.
Sure, I think, I could be wrong, chapter 5, verse 21 of the Quran says that God ordained the land to the people of Moses. So we can check that. If that's your own criteria, I'm not...
No, it's not. Allah ordered that place for the Muslims, regardless of where their tribe come from. It belongs to the Muslims. Allah mentioned that in the Quran, no doubt.
Where?
So, Narithul Arda. You see, he plays, proper. Come back. Before I get the verse, come back. I'm asking you.
Look, I understand that your criteria is
There's other verse,
the
but
Quran.
No, before my criteria, because I see you twisting again. Before my criteria, Palestine, let's go back to main points. You say go back to main points. Do you know what? Because I know for a fact you're gonna go to to Torah, the Old Testament.
I keep saying that and I'm not going.
Okay, so why you think you had the right to come and take over a country which belonged to specific people?
Well, by belong, they didn't rule it.
Okay, who was ruling before Jacob existed? Who was ruling that part?
I thought you meant before modern day Israel.
No, let's go back to the asl. That's why I'm going to take you to even the asl. Go back to the asl, to the original point. The asl. Because he said to me, Israel existed 3,000 years earlier on. You seem like you have a fish memory. I don't have. I can remember everything.
Yeah, Israel existed 3,000 years ago.
Okay, 3,000 years. Before that country was belonged to specific people.
Yeah.
Who gave them a right to come and take over? And where is the proof they came and took over?
It's not how you think the world cared about rights back then?
No, I'm asking about right or left. No, I'm asking you. Where did you get that? So who gave you the right? And where did you get that information that you came and took over? Where did you get that information?
Are you talking about when Joshua conquered?
Before
the Old Testament.
The Old Testament. Yes, of course, I know that, bro. It's in the Old Testament.
No one cared. You think people cared about rights 3,000 years ago?
Of course they care about rights. You think maybe you people didn't care about rights?
Rights existed 3,000 years ago.
Yes, they did. You think the British made it up or something?
Human rights. No one cared about that 3,000 years ago.
No, they did. Alhamdulillah, in the Quran, teach us human rights in the Quran.
The Quran around 3,000 years ago?
No, Quran speaks about Abraham's life.
3,000 years ago.
Abraham, how many years was he alive?
3,800.
Khalas then. He speaks about Ibrahim, how Allah showed him how to take care of the people, how to deal with his non-believers, how to deal with his father. Even if your father non-believer, he's right as a father to respect him. That's called human rights. Come on, man, you're gonna make me
plagiarism from the Torah.
Huh?
So continue.
How plagiarism from the Torah? How?
Forget that. Continue.
How the Torah? You believe Torah is even from God?
Continue.
Anyway, before.
Listen, man.
Answer my question.
There are so many ways to answer your question.
No, I know you're gonna get trapped. You know for a fact you're gonna get trapped. That's why you keep playing. You keep playing. All right, brother. Simply, okay. Let me just take you. So 1,000 years the Muslims ruled, like you said, 1,200 years.
Yeah.
I know you keep playing with the old one because the information of the Jewish people took over Palestine is in the Old Testament.
No,
You know.
we dig in the land, we find Jewish artifacts, we find Hebrew. There's archaeological evidence that the Jews were there. It's not just based on the Torah.
No. There's no there's archaeologists, Jewish people who said there's not even proof that Moses existed.
We're not talking about Moshe.
Moses before Joshua.
Moses died before they conquered the land. Moses didn't get there.
I didn't say.
We're talking about Jewish control over the land of Israel, for which there is a myriad of archaeological evidence.
Okay, so according to archaeologists, Jewish people, that the Solomon, Prophet Solomon, his empire, it was very tiny.
Sure.
So you accept that?
I don't know. I need to read about it.
Yes. Anyway, the point. Anyway, so who gave you the right, and where did you get the information?
You're talking about Zionism or the Canaanites?
Okay, Zionism. Who gave you the right to come take over a country which belonged to the Muslims for 1,000 years?
But they conquered it.
Okay, now please answer my question. Who gave you the right to come and take? Because if you're going to tell me they conquered it, all right. The Christians, the Jewish people, they were in Andalusia before the Christians. Are you aware of that? The Israelites, yeah. The Christians took over, yeah?
Yep.
Why don't you go back and take over because you were there before them?
I don't want to live in Spain.
Huh?
I don't want to live in Spain.
Oh, you don't want to live in Spain? Well, stop playing around with me, you Algerian. We don't play around. Anyway, my point here, why you came take over a country is not belong to you. British gave you something that does not belong to them.
No, it does belong to us, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
There is one nation state that has existed there.
Huh?
The only people to have ever had a nation state, an independent kingdom in Palestine are the Jews. Before,
Oh, come.
Before-
So how many years that? How many years that?
how long ago or
Yeah.
how many years?
How many years before the Muslims came?
Well, the Muslims came when? 700?
When the Muslims came, it was under the Christians. Yes?
I think so, yeah.
So for more than 800 years, you had no rule over
Do
it.
you realise he naturally says Palestine himself?
Yeah, he knows that.
No,
mashallah.
because I know when I say Israel, you'll say, Israel doesn't exist.
No,
You
before
know,
that,
you're
before
so
that.
crazy.
So for 800 years, brother, it was under, be careful your phone. It was under the Romans, yes? It was under the Romans, yeah?
Yeah.
That the Muslim can't take over. It wasn't even under you at all. So nearly 2,000
it
years,
was conquered.
it was under the Christians
The
and the
point
Muslims.
is- the point
So who
is-
gave you right to take over Palestine, no other countries?
The UN. The United
Thank
Nations.
you very much. The United Snakes. They gave you the right. So there's oppression because it does not belong to them. Thank you for being honest. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Therefore, you are oppressing people by taking over a country that does not belong to you. And may Allah guide you to Islam, both of you.
Shalom.
But what that does that mean? Come on, be honest.
Sorry?
What does that mean?
God
You
forbid.
can look it up.
God forbid, yeah, like we say, A'udhu billah. But you're not even Jewish anyway. You're Israelite or Jewish? Why are
We're
you?
Jewish.
I'm
Are you?
Jew.
You're
We're
Jew.
Jews.
Yeah.
Okay, so your lineage goes back to Judah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Ali
Okay.
did go back to King David.
No, I'm not denying that. I'm just asking a question. So because there's Israelite and there's Jewish, like there is. It's not really. It's not because Israelites.
Yeah.
Okay, Jewish people go to Judah, and Israel he had many sons.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of them is Judah.
Yeah.
So not every Jewish goes. Not every
Yeah.
Israel.
Do you know why we're called Jews, by the way?
Go on. Why? Tell me. Go on.
Because the land we were last in is called Judea.
Because under Judah, Judah. Yes, I know that.
Yes.
Yes. So what does that mean? So what about the other Jewish people or the other Israelites? What they call?
Well, they're the 10 lost tribes. They're the 10 lost tribes.
The Benjamites and who's the other one?
We don't
Joseph.
We're not in contact with them.
No, anyway, so all your forefathers,
Yeah.
be honest, no, don't worry. Your great-grandfathers, were they in Palestine or they were in Europe?
We have family in Palestine since 1876.
No, but your forefathers, grandfather, all your families, like your grandfather, your granddad,
Yeah.
They were in Israel.
there was no country called Israel at that time. It was
Sorry,
an empire.
Palestine and Shumbaya, Palestine.
Is that Shoma Baya?
It means, no problem.
You know, when you speak to Algerian, you have to be careful. You know why? Because we Algerians, we don't play around with this stuff, you know. Because we were occupied for 132 years, and we never back down. And my brothers and sisters, Palestinians, they will never back down. And when they will overthrow you, you have a right to live there, no doubt. Because as a Jewish person, but not take over a country and kill the people, you know. And what I was gonna say to you about you saying, may Allah forbid to become a Muslim. When you become Muslim, you're worshiping God correctly.
No.
You still be Jewish as a rabbi.
But as to your question, my family have been in Palestine since 1876.
Yeah, I don't deny there's some Jewish people been there for a long time. But a lot of them came from Britain.
We all traced our roots back there.
No, all of you, brother. Some of you came from Europe, from Russia.
Yeah,
Some of
where
you came
were
from
we-
Germany,
where were we from before?
Spain.
And before that,
Wait, before the how? Do you know it's before the how?
I have family
Because
tree.
the Romans-
How do you know? Come on, man, stop.
Romans
You've been
said
cutting
don't
off.
go to Europe. It's not our fault.
I'm not saying. So all Jewish people there, they have the family tree.
No.
Halas, that's my point. I'm not denying you. Maybe you've been there before. Your great grandfather was there. I'm not denying that. What I'm showing you, bro, to conclude,
Yeah.
that is not logical for United Nations to give you a place that does not belong to them. Okay, to come take
Again,
over a
you
country.
still haven't answered me other than the
I
thing-
answered you, man,
No,
already.
Well,
I answered
so
you.
I didn't understand.
What is the question?
By what criteria are you making the judgment of doesn't belong? Is it just the Quran?
No, I'm saying to you. Okay, listen, make it clear to you.
You said your criteria is God.
For 1,000 years, not us, but for 1,000 years, the Muslim had it, yeah?
I believe
Okay.
so.
Yes, more 1,000 years, yeah, more than 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So you come to a country, I mean, even the people that were Muslims, they were originally there before. There were Palestinian Arabs there before, you understand? Or the people that were living there, they accept Islam, you understand? So in reality, it's their country too.
So if you conquer a country, how long do you need to be there before it's yours? Just so I understand.
I'm not saying how long or not. My
No,
point
because you
is,
said 1,200 years. It's a long time.
yeah,
I don't
khalas,
disagree.
the people accept
That's
Islam.
enough, 1,000
Yeah,
years
the people accept Islam. It's the
So-
people like Spain, you know Spain?
Yeah.
The people of Spain accepted Islam.
Yeah.
Yes, they accept Islam. It's their country and they were happy with the Muslims. They mixed with the Muslims for 1,000 years. Khalas, you cannot come say, I'm a Jewish or I'm such and such, I'm going to take over. You understand? Because the people from that country, from that land, the indigenous accept Islam. And the indigenous people in Palestine, when Islam came to them, accepted Islam. It's their country, and you came by the aid of the United Scorpions, and they put you there. Why didn't they put you in? You know what they gave you? They gave you Argentina. They offer Argentina to you. Or where's the other country in Africa? Uganda, thank you.
Yeah,
Uganda.
because we're not from there. But just so I know,
Hang on, there is Jewish people in Uganda.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's not
so-
where they're from. That's why they were exiled.
Brother, you're from. You're an Ethiopian Israelite.
Am I Ethiopian?
No, do you know about the Ethiopians Israelites?
Yeah, they live in Israel.
Yeah.
Mate, they-
No, they're in
Yeah,
Ethiopia.
but Ethiopians, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They live in
but Israel-
Ethiopia. Yeah. So before what you have to understand, when Jacob came, and the children of Jacob, you had no land.
Yeah.
That's it. So don't tell me it's like in order for you to be Israelite, you have to be from that country. No, don't say that. Because you were Israelite and you had no country to begin with.
No, I said land. But
Yeah, you had no land. You had
why
no
is
land.
it that, according to you, Joshua conquered the land and the Israelites ruled the land?
According to you.
Sorry?
According to
You said that the Israelites conquered the land from the Canaanites, right?
the Quran. No, it doesn't say the Quran.
Oh, didn't you say that?
No, what I was trying to establish to you, you justify, not you, but many Jewish people when you speak to them, they justify occupation to Palestine by saying, God gave it to us.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
No, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, see? But now you said, as she said the United Nations.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah?
What do you-
United Nations.
Well, when you let's talk about I don't you know
Wait.
Talk about God.
I just-
Wallahi, talk about God.
I just wanna-
Wallahi,
I
that's
just
more
wanted to-
important than
I
anything
wanted
else.
to clarify one
Be
thing.
servant of God, worship God alone,
I wanted to clarify
and follow
one
Prophet
thing.
Muhammad's teaching.
I wanted to
That you'll be successful in this life and the hereafter.
I wanted to clarify one thing. You said
What's the time, أخي?
that
أولي وقت يهدو.
the Muslims have a right to Palestine because they were there for 1,000 years.
Not just what they're the indigenous people accept Islam.
What is indigenous? What's the criteria for indigenous?
The Palestinians,
No, what does indigenous mean?
the people that have been living there for centuries.
Yeah, Jews have been living there for millennia.
No, again, for the millennium. Okay, only Jewish people there, there are no Arabs there, the Palestinians there.
Sure, we're co-indigenous.
Kala, that's it, man. That's
Oh,
it.
so we're co-indigenous. So we both have a right.
No,
For
I
shame.
didn't say that. If you have a right, what you talking about?
Yeah,
Prove
but-
that to me. Yeah, you
wait,
live in there.
wait,
Wait, prove that to me.
Are we co-indigenous?
Yeah, prove to me that you been living there for 3,000 years.
Sorry?
Prove that to me. You've been living there for 3,000 years.
you know the city
dig-
Safad?
Bro, don't tell me dig. Stop joking around. You don't dig and it says Joshua never existed 3,000 years.
I don't know what proof you require because when I give you the
Because I know it's the Bible which you reject.
No, it's not the Bible.
So prove that to
You
me.
dig in the land, you find Jewish artifacts.
You find Palestinian artifacts way before you.
That's not true, but
Ah.
fine, no problem.
Bro,
We're
come on, man.
co-indigenous.
What?
We're co-indigenous.
They were
no
before
problem.
you. How conditioned?
They didn't exist 3,000 years ago.
Okay, so you're telling me before Israel was born, there was no one ruling over Palestine?
By Israel, you mean the modern state?
No, Jacob, because he said 3,000 years.
Yeah.
3,000 years, Jacob came about, alayhi salam Yaqub. So before Jacob, there was no one ruling over Palestine. That's what you're saying.
No, I told you, the Canaanites ruled it. We
The
agreed.
Canaanites. So who are the indigenous people?
Sorry?
Who are the indigenous people? Who are the indigenous people?
The Jews.
The Canaanites before them. So,
By the way, I could be wrong on this. So,
Alright,
so
take care of
don't
yourself.
quote
You're
me.
right, Canaanites is right. Canaani, Canaanite
No,
or
no,
Arabs.
listen, our only
Take care of
source-
yourself. Canaanite or
our-
Arabs, man.
our
So,
only
خلاص.
source from
I
the
move to
period.
you historically,
Sir,
biologically,
can I speak?
Islamically.
Can I speak or no?
No, you can't.
Okay.
You see, this is dictator, Muslim dictator here. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I
Go on.
think, I could be wrong on this, but our only real source from the time is the Bible. And if I'm not mistaken, the Bible says that the Canaanites actually came from Africa. But I could be wrong on that.
The Bible, don't trust the Bible.
No, I'm saying our only source from the time,
Yeah, so why we
Is
don't
the
trust
Bible.
it? You don't trust it.
maybe some parts are historically accurate. That's
Yeah,
just-
you pick and choose.
I
You're lying.
said they might be.
Sadaq Allah, Allah spoke the truth. They reject book, they reject some of the book and they accept some. Allah, you know, every time I speak to Jewish people, they manifest to me what Allah said about them in the Quran.
Yeah, I saw
It's
this video.
unbelievable.
I saw a video of you on
You see, Wallah, exactly. Do you know which one you saw with Joshua?
by Aaron.
Was it with Joshua about the about naskh, about abrogation?
Anyway,
Anyway, take care of yourself.
but
May
I
Allah
still
guide
don't-
you.
No,
No, there's no still. I have
I
to give
still don't
da'wah.
understand something.
Okay, do you know what you don't understand?
Yeah.
The most important that you don't understand, that you're here to worship God. When you understand that, you understand everything. So are you ready to speak about God?
Ready? What? Intellectually, spiritually? What?
No, with our toes we're going to speak. Of course, intellectually, brother.
I'm young. I haven't
How old
studied
are you?
very much. 18.
Bro, 18,
would
you're
say I'm
old
not.
enough to get 5 women pregnant. You're telling me you're young.
Please.
Wallah, you're young, brother.
Stop saying that.
Wallah, you're 18 young. When I came to Kenya, I was 16, I come by myself, brother. A soldier, alhamdulillah. 18, huh? Anyway, what I would say to you, look, as a young person, think and reflect. What is my purpose in life? And okay, I believe in God. What is the correct way to believe in God? Did you know your ancestors believe in the Prophet Muhammad?
Sorry?
Your ancestors.
Which ancestors?
Abdullah, no, what's his name? Abdullah ibn Salam. He was a Jewish man. Check it
where
out.
did he live?
He lived in Medina.
When?
He was the time Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
So like 600.
Yeah, around that time.
I probably don't descend from him.
Yeah, because.
Yeah, we're already in Europe, man.
Nice again.
We're already in Europe. I don't think I descend from him.
No, but there's many Jewish people accept Islam. They accept the
He
truth.
was my ancestor.
No, when I say ancestor, I mean directly ancestor. I mean like he was Jewish. Like my Muslim,
She's Jewish. She's not my ancestor.
brother, like we say our ancestors Muslims, even though we're not direct ancestor. But I mean, like, you don't understand?
That definition before.
Our ancestors who are the Muslims, there's biological ancestors and there's spiritual ancestors. Okay? Like there's many of them believe.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
When we
Can you tell me why the Jewish people came to Medina? Do you know they came to Medina?
Yeah, I know they were Jews in Medina.
Yeah. Do you know why they moved to Medina? Why?
Nope.
Okay. Because they were expecting for a prophet to come.
Where's the evidence for that?
In Isaiah 42.
Ah!
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so.
Yeah. Do you accept that? You don't accept it. do you?
He picks and
Do I
chooses.
accept what?
Isaiah
What do I
42.
take and choose? Stop.
No, Isaiah 42.
Isaiah 42.
Yeah.
What do I accept about it?
There's a prophecy about Prophet Muhammad there.
Yeah, I've seen Josh completely dismantled any.
Which one? Which one?
Isaiah 42. I saw him with.
How he dismantle it?
Ali
Speak.
Da'wah.
How he dismantle it? If he
Sorry?
speaks about, if your rabbis, your scholars could not agree who is that man. Some rabbis said it was Jacob, about Jacob, but that doesn't make any sense. Some of them says
That's the
about
one about Cyrus, right?
no. Go Jeremiah 42. Which one?
said Isaiah, no?
Isaiah 42. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's few of them, but Isaiah 40. You read it, please.
Connections.
Isaiah 42. Yeah. I read it and see. Inshallah. Isaiah 42. Salam alaikum, uncle. How are you, uncle? You right? Barakallah fi shukran, jazakallah khair. You want some dates?
Sure.
Give him something.
Oh,
give them.
look at that.
They love
Look
dates.
at that.
Sister, you want dates? Yeah. Yeah, give her. There's no magic, brother. Not like your ancestor did magic, Prophet Muhammad.
We did magic.
From what date?
This is dates of Algeria.
Of Algeria?
He gave you Quran, take it.
This one.
As a
I
gift.
have. You know what I have
She
at
has
home?
Quran, yes.
we
You know what I have at
all
home?
Which one?
I have a translation in Hebrew.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look. This one. This one.
No, I find that Hebrew is my second language. But when
What
I
is your
read-
first language?
English.
Oh, okay.
But when I read the Quran in Hebrew, because the languages are similar, it flows much better.
Yeah. Because it's true. It's a Semitic language. Here is my servant, whom I uphold. Read it. My chosen one, yeah? Whom I delight. I will put my spirit on him, and he will bring justice to the nations, yeah? He will not shout or cry out, or raise his voice in the street. A bruised reed he will not break. But watch, I want to show you something. Sing to the Lord a new song, yeah? Okay? His praise from the ends of the earth, you who go down to the sea, and all that is in it. You islands and all who lives in them. Let the witness and his town raise their voice. The settlement where Kedar lives. Rejoice. Do you know Kedar?
It's in Arabia, I believe.
Kedar, if you go Genesis 25:13, is the son of Ishmael. 25:13 Genesis said he's the sons of Ishmael. The firstborn is Nabayoth. The second one is Kedar, yes? So he speaks about, okay, let the people of Selah sing for joy. Where is Selah?
Selah is a rock.
No, that's the name of the rock, not as a rock.
Selah means rock
No,
in Hebrew.
no. Listen. Okay, where is Kedar? Why he says let the people of Kedar rejoice?
I'm not a rabbi.
There is no prophet from the Israelites came to make the people of Kedar rejoice except Prophet Muhammad. And he said, let's sing a new song. When you go to Hebrew, it means the new law. And there was no prophet after.
Song means law.
Go check it, Hebrew. Go.
Shir means song. When does
Song is
Brother, excuse
song
me.
is never law.
Excuse me. In English, when they translate sometimes, they translate in a different wording. You understand? But if you go, check it in Hebrew.
They
Go.
translated the Bible
Go
into
check
English
in
and
Hebrew.
said that we have porn. It's
My
like,
phone's
yeah,
messed
no.
up.
Your phone is messed up. All right, cool. Anyway,
Can you share?
anyway.
What do you want me to say?
Go on Chabad
Yes.
Safari.
What I'm saying,
Share 42.
Yeah, I looked it up in Hebrew.
yeah.
Go on Safari.org. That has the translation as well.
What's 42?
As far as I know, the word shir never means law.
No. Here, do you know there's sometimes some words in the Torah is metaphorical. Do you know that, innit?
Yeah,
I mean,
like
it's
when-
a symbol for
when it
something.
says that God has a hand, it doesn't mean he has a hand.
Yeah, that's according to this. When the Muslims never believed that. This when Judaism was influenced by Greek philosophy. That's when they start changing the meaning of the Torah. The hand doesn't mean hand. This mean, understand? That's what happened. Yeah. But anyway, I want to understand why Kedar say let the people of Kedar rejoice. When the people of Kedar are the descendants of Ishmael. Why? You know.
What do you want from me?
No, what I'm saying that use your brain, brother. Use this box you have. Use your aql. Use your intellect. That's what I'm saying. My point is, the Jewish rabbis at the time Prophet Muhammad after him, they use this passage to validate that Prophet Muhammad is in the Torah. He's not even listening, man.
No, I'm listening. It's just
Yeah, no, man.
you're not
Take
going to
care
get
of
me
yourself,
anywhere.
man. May Allah guide you to Islam. Inshallah.
But I do want to clarify one more point. If you have the time.
Brother, there's not to clarify. I have to go, inshallah. Take care of yourself. Have a nice evening, inshallah. Bye-bye. Let's go to someone called Islam, man. Politics. You become ganja?
Come what?
Ganja, you are Christian, you become Abu Ganja?
What's that?
I thought it was ganja. That's